Welcome to ETS. I'm Donna Lopez, and this is, let me just get that video to quiet itself. And this is your channel message for May 27th through to June 2nd. And I am recording the video on May 4th. I'm looking to the side where my calendar is. I do that as I'm doing the information. I bring the information in as I'm doing the video, but I'll look to the side to just kind of connect with the timeline there. So with that, I want to say welcome. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. And let's look at the 27th, 28th, and 29th, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All right, I hear don't confuse confidence with concern. Okay, this would be as if somebody's telling you, they seem to be confident in what they're sharing with you, and they're sharing with you out of concern. So it makes you feel as though, well, they must know what they're talking about. And they're saying, maybe not, okay? I like that. Also, for some of you, I want to say I have a bank that I had when I was a kid, and it's a shoe. And the old woman who lived in the shoe and had so many kids, she didn't know what to do. And even as a child, I look at that and I think, geez, I don't want to be that woman having to live in a shoe with my kids and unable to feed them and care for them. But for some of you, you are feeling that like I'm unable to care for my children. I'm able to care or feed them in the way that I should be able to. I want to say that many of you are extremely awake, and they're saying that please get in alignment with what the truth is in terms of, you get quiet and you go, okay, do I have a roof over my head? Is my belly full? Then in that moment, in that day, you're okay. But we're going to ask Spirit to kind of come in and really, I'm going to just kind of send you guys some energy here to just kind of, for some of you, I feel too that you're kind of in some sort of a constraint where you're, I want to say with love, like your bubble. We only have the answers that we know to have, but there's answers there that you don't know are there for you. So I'm just going to kind of loosen up the constraint so that you can access some other solutions. I want to say many of the churches are out there helping to assist with food. There are tons of organizations. There are tons of things on Facebook too, for your local area where you can, and with the news media where they are allowing you and letting you know where resources are at. Start to ask also. So we're going to just kind of bring in all the right solutions for you that you may not even know are available. There we go. I should quiet some of that energy. And I don't mean in quiet and in terms of, ignoring it, but the right solutions will just kind of come in and walk in to assist you. It's kind of like if we're holding a bubble of energy and it's getting bigger and bigger inside the bubble, and the bubble doesn't get any bigger and we're ready to just explode. Or just we're spending a lot of time trying to maintain the balance, the equilibrium. All right. All right, for some of you also, I see some of you making some changes. I feel like you're going to make some big changes around what you thought you believed, and who or what you were aligned with, or even where you got your education, where you got your information, or how you did your job. All of a sudden you're going to learn that there's a new way to do it that's easier. There's just new knowledge coming in and stepping out of some old knowledge, some old ways, some old perceptions. I also want to say with some of you, be mindful of how you present yourself when you are in public, that the aggression, the anger, the frustration, the fear, that you kind of breathe through that, because this is a time for us to know that we're not the only ones feeling certain feelings. So even though other people around you might seem to be calm, or seem to be okay, that's just how they are choosing to be. And truly they may be that way, but it also doesn't mean that they are not having the reflections or the feelings that you're having. So just watch your own frustrations. Find another way to step back from that. Ask for help. All right, the 30th and the 31st. I hear take time to be friendly. I hear friendlier. I feel like you're being, a lot of you are going out, you're being friendlier with everyone. Anybody you see, hi, how you doing? How's it going? Um, I've been seeing that myself personally, you know, with a lot of people. They're just so happy to connect with another human. I also see some of you making declarations of projects that you're going to do, things that you're going to build, create, whether it's a book you're going to write, but it's like, I'm going to do what I'm going to go out and accomplish what it is that I have set out to accomplish. I see a lot of little children too that are really needing, I just feel, I don't feel concerned by this. I just see all these children coming in that are really wanting to build their energy up as well. So perhaps if you have children around you, giving them projects and allowing them, I know so many of you are right there with your kids doing things, which is wonderful. But, as a kid, I learned to be by myself a lot. We lived in Spain for a big period of time, and there was no TV, no, Matt Dillon on the radio, which was at 6 o'clock in the evening. And that was probably only one day a week. But you go into your imagination, and imagination is good for children. So give them something that they can play with, but let them go do it the way they do it. They'll find their invisible friends and start working things out and having fun. But also something that they can accomplish as well, on their own, in their own way, and in their own time. And I do say I see they're saying it's time. It's time to play and have fun playing. This is, as adults, we need this as well. So even though there's something you want to do, you might need maybe a format of how you want to do it, but let it build on itself. The energies will take you where you need to be. Many times people get into something, they had one vision, all of a sudden it comes out to something else, which is much better. So allow all those U-turns and stop and starts to work for you. Okay, that's okay. It's part of the cycle. Job opening I see for the 31st, so somebody's going to get a job. I feel really good about this too. I feel like you've been really waiting, and I'm hearing professor. So if there's somebody that is a professor or is becoming a professor, I feel like that job is going to be open for you. Oh, I got to click in my room on that. That's great. I love that when that happens. They're saying don't get mad, get glad. So those of you that have been upset or mad about something, remember, things are happening for us, not to us, for us. This is where trust comes in, so that as life, this is life, and life has lots of different scenarios, and it's how we learn to not feel that it is personal, that something is happening to us personally, any more than if something wonderful happened to you personally. It was time. You were in alignment. You were prepared in the right way that way. Yeah, it's all about getting to know yourself better here. So the 1st and the 2nd of June, let's see what we have for that. All right, for some of you, it's really strange because I'm seeing freezing, I'm freezing. But I also feel as though you need to cut some ties with, or you're going to cut some ties with people, situations, and things that don't serve you any longer. I don't know what the body temperature issue is. It doesn't feel like it's fearful as much as you're there's just something about you that's not harmonized. to whatever's happening, and they're just saying, cut your ties, back away, back away. All right, for a lot of you too, I see the boxing gloves come off, and I see that you no longer are in a place of fighting life, and that you are much more malleable, that you are no longer like just stuck in your opinion and your way of expressing yourself, that you're much more malleable, meaning that you're able to hear someone else is able to hear you, that you're able to actually express yourself more where you may not have done that previously. There's just much more harmonization and congruency with who you are, and who you are personally, and your expression, and the fluidity. There's just much more of a fluidity coming in to many of you in terms of how you're navigating your days in your life. And it feels very powerful, very powerful. All right, so let's look at the whole from the 27th through to the 2nd. The first thing I'm hearing is believe it. So I don't know if there's going to be somebody where they're going to say, they're saying check your facts, but they're saying believe it. I feel confidence with this, though. I feel like, they're not, when they say believe it, it's because there's something you're seeing that you're thinking, I think I believe this. And they're saying, yeah, believe it. Or they're not telling you to go out and believe something that you don't believe, all right? But they're saying believe it. And investigate it if you want to, but you can believe it. You can believe what your perception. Also, some of you, they're saying, please use your own head. Think about things. Don't walk around blindly just being part of a philosophy, a condition. Use your own head. Because I feel like some of you are like, well, I'm just not going to think about it. And but they're saying, no, think of, use your mind and think about what you're perceiving. But also you can stay mindful, but still allow things to unfold before you. All right. Doesn't mean because you're not there, because I see some of you, it's like taking your head off and putting it to the side and just, I'm going to function without using my head. And they're saying, no, that's not the solution. Use the whole body, mind, and spirit to navigate your environment. I also see some beautiful, this is so off, but I'm seeing some beautiful yellow tulips come in. I feel like Holland actually too. So I don't know if they're going to have an overload and we're going to get a bunch, or also this could be somebody's mother who loved yellow tulips, because I feel like there's somebody from the spirit side stepping in that way as well. All right. Let's see a little bit more about the whole scope here. All right, some of you are really ready to take on a new opportunity, but I feel like I see you on the side of the door and you're trying to open it, and it's like, is anybody seeing me? I'm right here. I need to open the door. You're waiting for somebody to come help you open the door. And they're saying that what's going to happen is that the door you're trying to open, this new opportunity, it's going to just kind of dissolve itself, and there'll be no door, and it'll all be opened. So, whatever seems like, in other words, you don't need to struggle, and you don't need to ask for help. It will happen. It's timing. All right. And so it will happen. And when it does, there won't be a door, and magically everything will be right there with you. Okay. That you will be in the new vibration, the new energies that you need to do what you need to do. And they are saying for some of you, they want you to challenge yourself more. Okay, I'm getting another click in my room. They're saying challenge yourself, that there are not coincidences, that things are happening for you, that this is your knock knock, are you there? Knock knock, do you hear us? Knock knock, do you know we're around you? Yeah. Also, some of you, they're using the word supper, which I think is funny because it's not always used. People usually say dinner. But there's somebody around in the spirit world that's talking about supper and that they've been helping you prepare supper or make supper or, um, they've been working with you in the kitchen. Yeah, I feel good about that too. It's feels more like a grandfather vibration. It's almost like the two of them, maybe they both cook. Maybe grandmother did more, but the grandfather also steps in to assist. But I feel like some of the old ways are coming back, and you're being downloaded and shown the old ways, and they're loving that they're able to cooperate with you in that way as well. Mhm. I see from this point forward, I see a straight line that things really evening out and going full force ahead. So we will see some much more of a straighter road in front of us. So with that, I want to say thank you all. Namaste. Take care.